All right, so welcome back. We've got another unscientific ammunition review for you today. This time in terms of Federal Gold Medal Match 168 grain Sierra Match Kings. Now, if you look back to the previous video I did, it got a really good response from the 308 AAC. And we decided to put these up against each other and see how they did. This AAC was very impressive. If you have not seen this video, be sure to check back in the ammunition playlist and watch that if you're interested. And we are going to shoot this one today and see what kind of SD numbers and velocities, basically the consistency we can get out of this versus a significantly cheaper load that offers what I believe to be very good performance for the money. So we're going to try 20 of these at 110 yards, 4 5-shot strings. Again, I'll let the barrel cool in between each string. We'll get velocity data on each shot. At the end, we'll crunch those numbers and see what we end up with. All right, so first 5 rounds of our Federal Gold Medal Match. 168 grain Sierra Match King loaded up here in the magazine. You know, gold medal is such a kind of a staple as far as precision ammunition. So really interested to see what this is going to do compared to that more cost-effective load. So stand by, let's see what happens. .26-12. 26-20. 26-04. 25-95. Last shot here on first 5. 26-03. Okay, so again, we'll let the barrel cool for a few minutes. We'll load up our next 5, try those. All right, next 5-shot string here. 25-93. 2600. 25-95. 25-93. 26-01. Okay, let her cool a little bit more. We'll take our next 5. Okay, next 5 I should say. Our third 5-shot string. Let's see what we got. .26-28. 26-03. 26-04. 2608. 2609. and 2571. That, I think, has been the biggest shift in velocity in the 15 rounds we've shot. So we'll let the barrel cool a couple minutes and we'll try our last 5. All right, so here's our final 5 shots. Let's see what we can do here, guys. .2607. .2585. .2597. 2 more shots here. .2610. Final shot. $25.95. Okay, so I'm gonna go snag our target. I'll get all those numbers put in and we'll see what we ended up with. All right, so I went down, collected our data here, got our numbers put in and figured out our SD. Now on the Federal Gold Medal match, we had an SD of 12, which is really, really good. That one round, that one in the third 5-shot string, that 2571, that's what really killed the SD on this load. Had that been up there with the rest of them, this would have been a single-digit SD, which would have been pretty dang amazing for a factory-loaded ammunition. Now, granted, this is touted as match, what I would agree. It's basically the gold standard of .308 match ammunition, in my opinion. I have shot so much of this over the years, it's not even funny. So the results really do not surprise me on this load here. But the thing that does surprise me, and one thing you do kind of have to take into consideration, is this just goes to show you that every rifle is different. And don't get too wrapped around the axle about SD values. So this rifle here, now all these rounds, again, this test is completely relative. You're talking about the nut behind the trigger, myself pulling the trigger, not to mention my specific gun that the ammunition is being shot out of. All this could vary depending on, you know, how good a shooter you are, the rifle you're using, so on. So with this, in my testing regimen, the AAC actually posted a better group. Now, is that from me shooting? Is that actually the ammunition? You know, who knows? But it's only, you know, a 0.3 difference from, you know, load to load. Is that something to really, you know, kind of beat your head around? I don't know. Probably, in my opinion, not. But we had an SD of 13 out of this AAC. Now, this AAC is, I want to say, I think it was around 25, 26 bucks a box when they have it in stock. Now, Gold Medal match, this stuff's up, you know, well into the $30 range now. So this was advertised at a 2650 muzzle velocity, and same actually as the AAC. However, I do figure that they are shooting those numbers and getting those numbers from a 24-inch barrel. I'm only using a 20. But I guess honestly, the moral of this story, in my opinion, for what it's worth, the same amount you paid to watch this video, absolutely nothing, is that every rifle is going to be different. Now, the velocity data, you know, should be the same across the board depending on the chronograph that you're using, I would imagine. But it really boils down to you being the shooter, squeezing that trigger, the twist rate, the barrel, and how well it's performing in your rig. So I think this really outlines that, because I've mentioned in previous ammo reviews, I've had SD values that have been well into the 30s, and I've actually won matches using that ammo. So I don't know, it's kind of one of those things. I mean, I'm not a bench rest shooter, so I'm not looking for super low SDs, but for what I do, you know, that's pretty darn amazing for the price. Now, nothing I think will ever take place Federal Gold. But I tell you what, if you're looking for a cost-effective alternative, you definitely could do a lot better for a lot more money, or a lot worse for a lot more money. But yeah, let me know down below if there's another ammunition that you guys would like to see tested here at the hide. Be glad to hear about that. Also, let me know if you all are enjoying these videos. Seem to be getting a pretty good reception. They're definitely fun to do. I like getting data and seeing what's what, so that's pretty cool. But please like, share, and subscribe. Hit me up over on the Facebook page. As always, shoot straight. Later.